All right, welcome back, Shadowverse fans. Today we've got another fresh round of Take Two for you. Here we go. I'm going to count down to 3, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, because the legendary choices are going to flash on the screen. I'm going to talk through all of my thoughts on all my picks and all the matches and everything. So get ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, whoops. Well, okay, I didn't time it out perfectly, but here we go. All right, everybody, they're going to flash on the screen. Here we go. Okay. Not really. Owlbear and Prim, I could be fine with. I don't know about Dimension Climb. That's fine. I don't want that. Okay, it's kind of whatever. So Swordcraft, for me, Arya is going to be kind of a no. All right, this may go ahead and be the first time I do Swordcraft. I was basically just waiting for anything halfway decent to go ahead and try it out, but I still want to try the other classes more. All right, for Runecraft, I'm just kind of whatever on this. Dimension Climb, I don't know about that. Burnite is probably going to be pretty darn good, but I don't know how interested in Dragoncraft I'm going to be. Abysscraft, Rage of Serpents, I don't think you're ever going to want to start Abysscraft with that. Honestly, Havencraft, I've really enjoyed Havencraft. I kind of want to play it again. Rodeo should be kind of decent, I guess. What does the Super Evolution do again? Destroy a random enemy follower with the highest attack and deal 1. Honestly, maybe good enough. And Ronavera, I feel like should actually be really good, but you know what, everybody? Portalcraft is basically just fine. All right, I've been wanting to try Swordcraft, so I'm assuming this is not really the best Swordcraft starter, but let's go ahead and do it. I think Prim's fine. All right, let's see if Swordcraft is as OP as everybody says it is. So here we go. All right, Goblin Foray, I'm assuming is kind of whatever, but I don't know. You know, honestly, for 5, you're getting 5s or 1/2s, right? 5 1/2s for 5 mana? I don't know. Could Goblin Foray be decent in Take 2? What do y'all think? Arms Peddler. Gotta remind myself on a couple of these. I haven't really played a lot of Swordcraft yet. Okay, Rush and last for a draw card. It seems okay. Centaur Centurion, honestly, I think it'd be fine to have one of these anytime. And what does this one do again? For 3 mana, you get a 1/2 and a 2/2, and you get to restore 1 defense. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go ahead and start off with that. All right, the Luminous Magus, everybody. Here's where we see the power of the silvers from Swordcraft, because I feel like basically all these cards are at least solid. What does this guy do again? Fanfare, draw a spell, and evolve it to recover. He's just kind of whatever, but Luminous Magus, everybody. Is this going to be one of the best, strongest cards in Take 2? We are going to find out, because we're going to go ahead and take one. I feel like when you super evolve it, it can be kind of crazy good. And this Lorala still seems good to me as a 3-drop. Let's test out the Arms Peddler, I think, also. Everybody, what do y'all think for the strategy for the redraw pairs? I'm thinking I'm going to try to kind of save it for bronzes. And here, once again, okay, again, the power of Swordcraft, because even though none of these cards are going to like win us the match, they're all basically solid, right? This one's probably maybe the worst, I'm guessing, for Take 2. Luminous Lance Trooper is potentially one of the best 2-drops in the entire game. It's a 1/2 and a 1/1 with Rush, and it combos really well with everything else. All right, what does this guy do again? All right, Ward, which is Fender, right? Yes, it is. At the end of your turn, if there's a super evolve, okay, so it's basically just a 3/3 for 3 Ward, which is fine. And then this one, you get a 2/2 and a 1/1 for 3, or you can do the +1/+1. It's all fine. I think let's go ahead and take a couple early drops. We're probably going to have a lot of bigger drops from gold picks and things like that, especially when we redraw pairs. The 1/1 for 1, I don't know that matters. Lucrative deal. We do have the thing to draw a spell, but this is basically essentially just cycling. What does Way of the Maid do again? Select a card in your hand, return it, and draw 2. All right, everybody, maybe this is my first redraw here. Fanfare, select another guy and give it +1/+1. It has Ward and Flash up. These are all fine, but you know what? Every chance I have to do a redraw pairs helps me figure out the strength of redraw pairsing on bronzes, and well, here we go. It was pretty solidly good, I would say. Shinobi Squirrel. I remember reading on Reddit somebody saying how this was like one of the best cards in Swordcraft. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's not even played, I don't think, anymore in the constructed one. So these are, once again, these are at least fine cards. Too crazy there. All right, here we go. We've got our gold, and we've got some good choices here. Amalia. I think I actually heard someone on YouTube say once that they thought Amalia was one of Swordcraft's best cards, and you know what? I think that may be the case. Ravening Tentacles is probably going to be just okay. You do get the restore 5 defense to your leader also. You could potentially win a match. We've already got an Owlbear. We are going to go for the Amalia here. Not quite the absolute strongest goals that we would have maybe potentially been looking for. Nightly Rending, honestly, has been really good at me, at least in the couple times I played. And Way of the Maid, you get to draw 2 Sword. Let's try this one. I don't know that we need 2 Centaur Centurions in this deck, so try this one. All right, here we go again. Another Luminous Lance Trapper I still think is insane. Band of the Battle Princesses, I called this one when the set came out as being really good. Deal 4 to a random, or if you play it for 4, you get to deal damage to 3 random. You just wipe their board. Isn't this card crazy good? And plus the Royal Coach Woman is the 1/2, and she summons a 1/1 back also. Let's try Band of the Battle Princesses. I feel like it should be so good, right? And Syria Gunslinger Maid, this is another card that I kind of called at the beginning. Seemed really good, but I didn't know if they stacked both 1 pings stack on the same enemy to like kill another 2/2. It would probably be kind of OP, I feel like that was the case. They don't stack as far as I know, so maybe it's just kind of whatever. Let's go ahead and try these 2 on the left. I think neither of them are crazy. We could go ahead and do another redraw pairs here. We've only got a few picks left, so if we don't do it here, I'm not totally sure when we're gonna do it. We have a lot of 2-drops. All right, let's go ahead and do it one more time. Let's do one more redraw pairs. Wow, look, are you kidding me? Oh my god, you guys, redraw pairs is OP sometimes. Zirconia, in my opinion, the potentially best 4-drop in in the entire game. Gildaria, probably one of the best overall cards in Take-Two, I'm guessing. Holy moly, our deck just got a lot better. Luminous Mage, still want to find out if that card is as crazy as probably me and about everybody else is thinking it's going to be in this format. Everybody, how many Centaur Centurions do you want in one of these decks? I actually thought this Night Shadow Ninja Master was really good. Like I said, Sarah seems fine to me. Let's try that. I don't have that many 5-drops. And yeah, another I'm still thinking this Band of the Battle Princess is going to be really strong. Now, Rakir, now that we have a Band of the Battle Princesses, can we look at our deck in the middle of it? We have one Rakir. How many Band of the Battle Princesses? We only have one. I think let's take a second one. We already have one rack here. So we'll be able to draw the Band of the Battle Princesses. I think that's going to be really strong. I think people are underestimating that, to be honest. And in Take-Two, I feel like definitely people are probably going to be underestimating it, but I guess we'll find out, everybody. All right, let's try another one of these Night Shadow Ninja Masters and see how strong it's going to be. And for the end, oh boy, another Owlbear and a Val Sniper or a Zirconia. I think I'm going to go with the Vals and the Owlbear. What do y'all think? Is that right? Zirconia is totally OP on turn 4, to be honest, if you get it, but I don't know that the Ravening Tentacles, especially 2, I don't know about that. So we're getting 2 Owlbears, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and queue up match 1. What do y'all think of the strength? How did I do on my draft? What do you think? Did I make any mistakes? All right, round 1, and we have got ourselves a mirror match. Not going to be potentially a huge surprise, I think. Supposedly, everybody thinks Sword's going to be the main enemy that we're going to be going up against in these. All right, Luminous Commander, whatever. We got it on turn 1. I guess it's fine. Ravening Tentacles for me is a no. Right here, like I said, I want to kind of try out that Band of the Battle Princesses and see just how good it's going to be. And Nightly Rending could be okay also. They are going second, so they get to like kind of bring a guy out a little faster than us. Should I 2 4-drops? We're going first. It's not great. This would give us the option between the 2 on the turn 4. Rick here, I want to try this guy out, but you know what? I'm gonna get rid of him. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Nightly Rending, like I know it'll be good on turn 4. They kind of get the jump start on us usually when they're going second. So maybe it would be a little bit too slow to lead off with that on turn 4. Now we've got a 5-drop, so I think it worked out. We could have kept it. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, 1-1 into a 1-1. We've got the Leia Bellringer Angel. What do we do about the Storm Guy? Do we go ahead and trade it off? Next turn, we're not really going to have anything. They could play the 2-drop that pings for 1, so I think it's right to go ahead and make that trade. Well, the one unfortunate thing, we are missing a 3-drop here, which is going to be a little unfortunate, but that's pretty strong for my opponent, I would say. Ooh, Prim is a great draw here. Head and lay it out here. And now we've got the Nightly Rending for whatever they've got out. Are they going to use a play point to get a 4-drop? The number one thing we're worried about here is just an early Zirconia from somebody going second. So hard to beat that. All right, got a Prim also, and the 1-1 there. Okay, everything's fine here. We've got the Nightly Rending. Could also do the Nonja plus the Royal Coachwoman. I don't know that either one's going to have anything too crazy one way or another differences here. Going to trade off this 1-1. I'll probably get rid of this 1-1 here, and then we'll probably want to get rid of this 1-2, I would say. And Nightly Rending, remind me, do I get a 2-2 from this? I do get a 2 from that, so I'm all right with that. Let's go ahead and try it. I don't want to get too far behind here. They're going second. They could potentially kind of rush us down if they had a Zirconia this turn. Okay, all it is the Nonja. They also probably don't have a Luminous Magus. All right, everybody, we get to find out if all this stuff is as strong as we were thinking it was. Oh, by the way, they probably made a pretty big mistake with that Hound of War. Hound of War also probably insanely good in Swordcraft, right? Basically board clear, plus you get to stuff left out. It is true, everybody. Swordcraft probably a little bit overpowered in this format. There's just no way around that. We're gonna get the Luminous Magus out. The 3/3 gets to kill whatever it hits into. Do we even evolve, honestly? Do we evolve? We got another Luminous Magus next turn. If we evolve, we're just going to end up hitting into this and it's going to end up dying. But if we don't evolve, you know, now, then what are we going to end up evolve? None of this stuff really does anything special on evolutions. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Luminous Magus here. These 2/2s will be pretty good if they have something to buff up their 1/1s. I'm all right with this. Yeah, again, just nothing too... I don't really have anything crazy in my deck, I think, that can be value off of the regular evolutions. So, all right, Sarah, it's going to be good. These 1/1s are going to get in there. We've... Seemingly, at least, we've got the later game probably better than my opponent, especially Owlbear is going to come down. Against Sword, Owlbear is actually going to be kind of insane, right? Just dealing the 3 damage to everybody is going to be totally crazy, right? Well, frankly, against any class. Oh my god, whoa, they're evolving. I don't think they're going to be happy with I played the second Luminous Magus here, and it looks like it is going to be as strong as I was pretty much suspecting here, and I will probably end up evolving the Luminous Magus here actually to take this out. Or again, just skip the evolution for 6 mana. Like what are they gonna do for 6 mana? They could have the legendary, which would wreck me pretty hard. It deal 2 to everything, then they would finish my Luminous Magus, then they'd get in with the 4/1. If they do that, you know, next turn I can get in with a super evolution and kill it, I'm pretty sure, right? I think I can, right? 3. What happens if they do that? Maybe Gelt? That's probably the only thing I have to play around here, I feel like. Deals 2 damage to everything, kills this, it becomes what is it, a 7/7? Does this have, and this doesn't have Bane, so that would actually pretty darn painful if they end up having that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this, just to be a little bit on the safer side. Potentially a mistake here. Feel free to chime in the comments what you think. Okay, it's Amelia, so not as bad, I would say. The worst would have been, what is this? The Gildaria would have been the worst. The Super Evolution on that is still going to be really good, but nowhere near as bad as the Gildaria, which, by the way, we've got a Gildaria in our deck. Wouldn't mind actually drawing that here. It would be a pretty nice draw. A second, Albert. Everybody, we just have to last until 9 mana. If we can last until 9 mana, we basically win, right? And actually, all we have to do is basically last this turn because we've got Amalia on turn 8, and it's looking like we are going to last because we're going to also get a super evolution probably on this turn, just to be on the safe side. I think just to be on the safe side to clear the 7/7 out of here. Yeah, I think we will do that. So, and this Gelt actually at the end of your turn, if there's a super evolved allied follower on the field, this guy's actually going to be really good, isn't he? Gives everybody rush. So it's definitely going to be the Gelt plus somebody who's getting super evolved. This one doesn't do anything special. It's just got ward. This one summons a knight. It's all fine. One of these is gonna die. I think we basically just play everything out. So let's go ahead and just do it. So everything's gonna get played out. This is going to attack into here. We super evolve this guy. He finishes it off. Everybody gets +1/+1. Maybe we should have actually super evolved the 1/2 to have it stick around for next turn. Yeah, I think that would have been correct. When we did it this way, this guy sticks out so they can actually kill it, whereas maybe this would have stopped them from being able to kill it with some random thing, and then this would have still been around as a super evolution guy next turn. Probably a little mistake there, I think, right? All right, okay, super good. And this is basically kind of what I'm talking about, but this would have gotten through either way. Amalia is also super crazy good to super evolve back in the back too. In take 2, I think you're going to have a lot more situations where you have like a super evolved follower sitting back in the back with wards or whatever, the defenders up front. Which is actually probably another reason why Sword is going to be kind of OP, because it has all these guys you can play out like Amalia, where you super evolve the Amalia and you still have stuff sitting out defending it. So next turn you get to attack again with the super evolved guy. All right, so this brings out a bunch of 3/2s. So 2 of them will kill this, and 1 of them will kill this, and we'll finish it off with this. Oh, actually, it kind of messes me up a little bit because I don't get all of the 4 copies because this is already out, but is what it is. Now, this does, when they enter the field, give it +1/+0 and rush. So we want to play this one first, actually, because then this one will also get rushed. I'm okay hanging on to the super evolution for the Owlbear, so let's go ahead and do that. Possible it could be a mistake. I could have left these guys and had this super evolution attack in. Had a really strong board if I did that. Not sure if it's really gonna matter so much either way here. We're probably gonna win just straight up off of just having all these ridiculously strong cards. Double Owlbear and a Centaur Centaur. Can they beat me from that? I guess they could actually. Oh my god, we're at 12. Oh my god, everybody, we're at 12. We're 12. We're in Owlbear range. Oh my god. Oh my god, everybody. I can't win. I can't win take 2. Oh lord. Did I mess up? Where did I screw up? Oh god. Come on. All right, round 2. God, what happened there? What happened? When I edit this video, I'm gonna have to go back and probably figure out where I screwed that up. I mean, surely I had to have been able to win that match, right? Well, obviously you can't get down to 12, and if you get down to 12, you always have to be watching for Owlbear. I forget it every time. All right, we got a great 2-drop, great 3-drop. We have a 4 and a 5. We don't have any of our great cards, but I mean, the curve is perfect. I could have thrown the 5 back, I guess, but honestly, this 5 may be decent. All right, well, we're going to find out how this hand does. Going second is definitely going to be probably a bit of an advantage for Sword, because they get to kind of press you in a multiple of ways, actually. Kind of push an advantage early, and then potentially set up for an Owlbear win, which was exactly what they just did. So don't let yourself get down. Ooh, that's really good, actually. Things are actually looking really good in this match. We are, like, super advantaged here, actually, I feel like. And we've got the Zirconia. I mean, come on, this has got to be a win, right? But we are missing some later stuff and no Maguses. This is going to be a match. We're going to get to probably test this right here out. Yeah, Arms Peddler is probably not going to be quite as good as a lot of other stuff. All right, we got Zirconia potentially next year with an evolution. Next year, what did I just say? Next turn. Oh, whoops, I forgot the Nightly Rending. I was confusing because of the 2 mana cost, all that stuff that interacts with 2 mana cost stuff. So, okay, Nightly Rending is really good too, honestly, right? I think this guy's going to be good in Take 2 rack here. There's the Band of the Battle Princess. Everybody, didn't I say it? Didn't I say how good that card seemed like it was going to be? I said that at the beginning of the set. Well, anyway, one way or another, Luminous Magus should be crazy good here, right? And then we've got the Zirconia follow-up. I'm thinking this may actually just be a straight-up win here off of just these 2 turns alone. Another Band of the Battle Prince. I'm calling it, everybody. It's going to be really good. Wow, they're forced to use an evolution. That's really good for us, actually, isn't it? It's not really a very good evolution. And then I think I'm going to just sit out 4, 5, 5. Doing really well. I could also go ahead and just play a Zirconia, which honestly would not be too bad. Only we had a 1-drop here, it'd be really good. You know what? I can Zirconia. The 2/2 will kill the 1/1. Then we'll still have the giant Zirconia board. I think it's going to be better on a counter attack, to be honest. So I'm going to actually go with this. All right, I'm allowing them to hit me 1 time. Hound of War. Man, that card is gonna be really good in Take 2, isn't it? Actually really hurts us here. Golly, it's bad was that Hound of War gonna be against us. Arms Peddler's okay. We get a Gelt. Guess I'm gonna have to again do a super evolution. Gelt will get a little bonus off of it. That, man, Hound of War, man, wow, how good is Hound of War in this format? Other thing we could do is play a Gelt and Shinobi Squirrel, and then get the super evolution on the Shinobi Squirrel, which gives us another Shinobi Squirrel, which is pretty good, actually, honestly. I think that may be the play, but I think that puts us in a little bit too much danger. I think we do need to actually do this, so let's go ahead and try it out here. Yeah, I think I have no choice. I guess I should have attacked in first, but I think it'll be all right. This guy comes in here. I'm gonna do this on the big... You know what? I think I made a mistake again, but no, because I had to make that guy bigger, because that was the only way to clear the whole board off. Yeah. All right, there's the Geno. There's the Geno again. Now, my 5/2 is going to live here, or is it going to live? Wait, why did I just say it was going to live here? No, it's not going to live. The Zirconia is a nice follow-up here. God, they're getting us into Owlbear range already. Again, is there a way out of getting into Owlbear range? I don't think there's any way for us to get out of it. Zirconia is probably going to be a regular evolution here, killing the Geno, and then, okay, whenever an allied officer enters the field, restore 1 defense to your leader. Now, that is going to be pretty darn good, I think, here, right? I'll get to restore 2, and this one also restores. All right, I think this has to be the play. Gets us back to 20. Yep, I think it has to be that, right, everybody? I'm going to save the super evolution. Next turn, we got Owlbear. Super evolution next turn. May actually win it, depending on what they've got here. That gets rid of that. They got a bunch of 1/1s, and we've got a bunch of 2/2s. It's a pretty nice board. Their board is also kind of filled up a little bit, and we're threatening Owlbear, so they got to be a little careful. We could also even send our Centurion to set up an Owlbear as well. All right, I kind of figured that was coming. I'm going to take a guess and just say I've got a Gildaria coming in this turn, or an Amalia. Okay, Zirconia, I think we can win if it's a Zirconia, because we're going to have 1... Okay, no, we don't quite win, but Owlbear is going to be absolutely insanely broken good, and then we'll be really setting up for a Centaur Centurion. In fact, we can Owlbear, we could even just regularly evolve one of them. Oh my god. Oh man, that was a great draw. We're at 18. I am okay with this. We have all the pieces. We're at 18 life. We can't lose, right? The time. It has to be a win, right? If only Owlbear. Let me think about this, everybody. Owlbear wipes their board. I can do a regular, let's see, I can do a super evolution, and then I'm kind of 1 point short with the Centaur and the Owlbear to be able to kill the Zirconia off. Oh, the Nightly Rending. Yeah, I don't know, everybody. I decided to just go with this. These, no matter what, these are obviously going to trade with these. Oh, wait a second. What did I do here? Do I super evolve? What do I do here? Do I just regular evolve this guy? I think I maybe made a little bit of a possible mistake there. Ended up having to burn that. Maybe I didn't think that went through all the way. Bear. Maybe Owlbear was just better there. Alright, I get to Nightly Rending that, so... Oh, Ravening Tentacle is actually going to be probably really good here, right? All right, what does the Way of the Maid do again? Select a card in your hand, return it to deck, and draw 2. Very good. All right, I think this turn it's got to be Nightly Rending on the 7/6. I should have went ahead and played the Way of the Maid first, to be honest. That was a mistake there. But here we get to put out the Shinobi Squirrel. All they've got is a 1/1. All that can do is get to, what, 3 more, deals 4. We're still not in range. You know what? I should have done the Way of the Maid first. I'm going to get rid of the Shinobi Squirrel. Pretty sure I've got better cards in my deck. Started with this. Okay, and those are better cards. The Syria is good enough here. Surely we can win this, everybody. Holy moly, this is crazy. All right, that's not gonna do it. Geno, that's the third one. This card is so ridiculously, stupidly good in take 2. Oh my god. God, this time I think we're gonna have to burn the owlbear this time. Like, too much stuff at this point. We can burn the owlbear. We can go ahead and do the full 12 hit and then kind of pray about the Centaur Centurion, or we just get a regular hit with it, or we take out the 7/6 and then hit face one time. I think it might, man, 3 Genos. I think we're kind of running out of resource point where, fortunately, I don't think I have a choice this time. Yeah, I mean, it has to be owlbear at this point. So now the only question left, like, how much more ridiculously strong stuff are they gonna have? I can hit them in the face for 3. Then I can just trade off the Geno. Still kind of running their resources out. Gelt is gonna come out. Prim would come out. Like, I can get a good counterattack. The other option is I basically 12 them in the face. I mean, that could be right. I guess I have to hit them in the face for 3 and trade that off. All right. All right, it's basically going to be a war of attrition here to see who's got just back-to-back-to-back insanely good cards here. Kagemitsu's not going to do it. So it's basically all going to come down to if they've got some crazy storm card in their hand, I'm pretty sure, on this one. Oh, and that guy gets Storm when you play it out of your hand and you super evolve. I kind of forgot about that. I think this is actually, is this going to be a, oh boy, everybody, what are we going to do now? Oh man, that's so good. All right, we could play the Gelt, play the Centaur Centurion. I don't think it's very good. Super evolve the Centaur Centurion, hit him in the face 10. Still not even enough to set up for the Ravening Tentacles. I can Ravening Tentacles, kill off Kagemitsu, and play some pretty good stuff here. Like play Prim and have all this other stuff set up. Heals me for 5, try to basically run them out of resources. All right, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and we're going to play the Gelt. I'm basically going for the run them out of resources route. Prim Super Evolution gives everybody +1/+1. Gelt, like if I do this, I'm kind of throwing this Gelt away. But again, they've got 1 card left in their hands, and they've got 1 Super Evolution. We're at 18, so it just comes down to who had the better late. All of these crazy late games cards, which we went pretty well back and forth. See, like, we need, like, where are all the, finally, the 2 and 3 drops in their deck? Finally, some coming out here a little bit, which is what we needed. The plan is to just straight up run them out. Kagemitsu, it's just going to be a 2/2. Yes, it's good with the Super Evolution. Wow, they didn't play the last card in their hand. They're kind of, they've got some card in their hand that they're basically just saving at this point. And yeah, maybe I did need to save the Gelt. I could basically, guess they're going to get me, because whatever card, they've probably got 1 more big card. We drew a bunch of 2-drops in a row. Did we just have, like, kind of too many 2-drops in our deck, or what? All right, Luminous Lance Trooper, everybody gets Rush. So let's see, how is this gonna work? That's gonna be a 1/1. Is the Nonja, did I mess this up, everybody? Can I get Bane back? Centaur Centurion. This one actually doesn't work. Phew, boy, everybody. Oh man, I don't know. Does it get? Oh, okay, it does get. So that's nice. And then I should have super evolved the 1/1 to, I ran out of time actually. Super evolve the 1/1, kill this off, then they're forced to super evolve something. Oh my god, a Grimnir! Oh my god, we get absolutely wrecked by that. They use their final super evolution, but it's not gonna matter. Grimnir! Oh my god! That's what they were saving up, waiting for. Holy moly, everybody. Wow. Now, here's the thing. Oh my gosh, that's so good, right? Wait a second. Okay. All right. It's a 1/3. It's going to come a 4, and we can do a 5. They've got this darn blocker there. Oh my gosh. Because of this blocker, we're actually going to be forced. Otherwise, we're basically dead to Kagemitsu and Grimnir. So we actually have no choice. We have to super evolve the 1/1, everybody. Kill this. Centaur Centurion has to trade with this 5/5. We've got the Luminous Magus as the follow-up. Then their 5/3 has to trade into our 4/4. So yeah, it's just going to come just totally down to the wire. We both completely ran ourselves out of resources, and then it just comes down to, because we're not in death range, it just comes down to if my opponent's got, you know, crazy, another insane late game play or not. They trade. The Grimnir can't finish this off, so the 5 is probably going to have to trade with it. Even when the Kagemitsu comes back, we finally got a Luminous Magus, which is insane. Maybe we filled our deck with a little bit too many 2-drops and 3-drops, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, everybody, I can't win take 2. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Does that have Storm? No. Oh man, everybody, I can't. Wait a second, everybody. Wait, everyone. Hold on, wait, everyone. Wait. Hold on. Hold on, the 2-2 comes out. Doesn't do anything. We're in a top deck mode again. This has been just ridiculous. My take 2 matches, all of them up to this point have been just... Are you kidding me? We can't win. Take 2, everybody. We can't win. Are you kidding me? Amalia was there. Hold on a second. Can we survive? I mean, Luminous Magus is crazy good. Amalia was their top deck. Their deck was just like completely filled to the brim with just crazy late game stuff. Take the Mini Samurai. Are we dead? 1. Yep, that kills us. We were already dead on board anyway, I guess. Oh my god, everybody. Once again, absolutely insane, ridiculous matches. That was just... How did that happen? What happened? I'm gonna have to... again, when I edit this video, I'm going back and figure out what on earth just happened, because I can't figure it out. But anyway, we're gonna be back with more Take 2. We're gonna start... 0-2? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, everybody.